Hello, everyone. This is a brief and I hope fast update for you. You're in a system of energy and energy exchange. You are inside a physical construct that has multiple smaller constructs. Inside that is Universal D. Inside that is our solar system. Inside that is Earth, like a set of nesting boxes inside a large fractal. What's outside? More boxes. And things unknown like the eternal river. The Illuminati, who is the Roman pontiff, is fully aware of the two doors in our sky. One goes below, one goes above. It's also apparent that they have full knowledge that Universal D is being closed. They are pulling the solar reef in. They know this because of direct contact. They are the overseers who were left in charge of the slave population who were prisoners of war. They had lied in order to trick people west, which is why they cut off Elizabeth's nose in effigy. It is divine law that they must name themselves the left-hand path. They were known as the Temple of Set. The sun sits in a series of gears shaped like funnels. We have a lot of images where the masking failed and we saw the gear tracks that form the funnels. Ed's main net is called the F net. A VA is a ship that can morph. It can also dock with other ships, which are VAs. We used to be taught to go around the maypole. Each ribbon was a color and array, and that was you. We were taught the right-hand current would raise the Va, the flag would come up, and she would emit the egg, and it was East her egg. A new race would be born. This is how races evolve. It's quite obvious the Vatican knows exactly how it works. Against divine law, they erased virtually all knowledge and systems of the right-hand path, such as acceptance for value, and enforced a system of left-hand path. Eve started emitting in the first week of December. The law is they owe her a cooling down because the action of building the egg and emitting it heats us up, which causes Eve pain. So there's been a lot of wet and snow. Because of the volume of the amount of species trapped in here during the war, the Allies did a great deal of engineering to ensure all life exiting up got out safely. We've heard of different beings being freed. We've heard of Sasquatch types and more recently dragons. Every time she was getting ready to emit, the ground would start shaking. This anomaly was noticed to not be an earthquake. This heated things up and she'd have to be cooled again. Then the cycle would repeat again for the next egg. We also saw stacks forming at the top and then leaving, and packages that were being emitted from the pole. And these were things that people on that particular egg were taking with them. All those days you woke up tired after dreaming you had been packing all night, you were packing. We've also had two different types of energy blast. One has been in short bursts and we've been calling it a whiteout. Another is a type of a wave, which is a cloud. Both are helping people gain or maintain the speed of the eye. Eve has all the rays tied to her eye. The wide color spectrum shows the wide biodiversity she is pulling up and through the east gate. Each Va is on a pole, which provides a power supply and mobility on the track. We saw that the pole was ejectable, disposable, like when she transferred from one funnel to another. Each Va has a flag, which they acknowledge the protocols with, a bell to wake people up, a crossing sign for the train tracks, and for those exiting from the service hub, there are stairs. The pole itself is also a two-way train track. And this is the picture of when Eve came off the track and went through the tunnel system. She moved to a different area to get to the eye. When we see round planets, we are seeing the hologram. It's our scenery. After all, if you're going to have a Star Trek adventure, you don't want to see the gears and tracks. You want fun scenery. There are other universes and other types of constructs. Universal D has a series of houses we call the zodiac, which are represented by their 9 ruling planets, which are the 9 ruling entities of the underworld. God, demigod, demiurge all originate with the underworld. They do not exist above. It's been speculated that the AB cams are event monitors on either side of the construct. They had a series of nets around us that tied into an arc belt that encircled the planet. This gave them the ability to not only insert people, but insert skits, like false flags. The eye is said to be a lens in space, but it's more than that. It is the only exit out of Universal D. It sits behind the sun, and on the day of the eye, it opened and divided into 2 paths, the left and the right. In order to make the exit, you have to be a particular weight and speed, which is called pied. Behind those gates rotate the people picking up. This is why we heard the Eye of Mut goes up and to Ison, and the Eye of Ra went west and to the underworld. And those who are damned are those who cannot make either eye. Everyone going up is tied to Eve's eye and the optical window. She is advancing all life. It doesn't work the way they told you because they lied. Inside each VA is a service hub. You are in a movie that is viewable from the event monitor. It's been said that someone looking into the event monitor can be seen in the sky as an image. In every service hub, there is a location where they have beds for the double to retrieve the mirror. You are the mirror inside that they locate through the event monitor. When the pull happens, a ray comes from the top and the 2 of you are blended. Because they are ending the culprits and Universal D is closing, we are pulling in more people than we usually pull in. So they're using hundreds of allied ships that they've outfitted with event monitors. For those exiting the service hub, they'll drop down the stairs. If you still believe in flat earth, demiurges, or the Christ consciousness, then you still believe the Vatican lie. At best, you could say it was misleading. From the inside, there is a dome. It has panels that create the hologram. The event starts with an aerial fireworks show. At the end, everyone will get a pull ray. This stands everyone up out of their body. It's been said we might see people standing in the service hub. There are some that are towed all the way in. Every ray is a consciousness. Every tree, every human, every animal, all are going. At that time, the masking will fail, and you'll be able to clearly see the people as they really were. Donald Trump is good, and he is polarizing people. These protesters are the left-hand path, and they will stick when everyone stands. Although the L's and Owls had majority control, you'll see others who are in human form. Things we know they don't get to keep is the Babylon slave system. No more money, corporate government, and specifically, no more priesthood, who were always the controlling entity. The Zeta are the El and Owl in mask, and they do not get their Nibiru crossing. No matter what fake graphics they use to do a blue or red Kachina, they lied. Soros and Rothschild do not get their World War III. None of the revelations will happen. Jesus is not returning. He's in the pots. They know we're in the bay at the Tree of Life. It is forbidden at the time of the exit to make war. Every single person they convince to make war, whether protester, Mossad, CIA, or senator, will stick and is damned when they take out that action. This is what cost all of them any chance of having a second Earth. Instead of their bad skits, they're going to get our skit, which is a combination of 2012 followed by The Knowing. Then all of them get the pour through the west gate or into the pit, and that's the law. All life moving forward with Eve goes up. We move to real universes, real worlds, and a place for all life. You have real homes and real people and real friends that you all meet again. And this meeting is the gathering.